The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
10 yards to go.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big connection on that one, 31 yards. Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play fake. Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Jameis to throw it. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Winston. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The tackle made by A.J. Boye. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
38-yard line.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On 3rd down, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
For the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go play action here on first down.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A huge play there for Washington.
The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Vikings 3.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Vikings 3.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's got some space here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing, Winston. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
38 yards.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Washington.
Now back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
24-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, big hole right side.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they hand off to Coleman. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll keep it on the ground again here.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Winston. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The quick slant caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
21, Vikings 6. Joey Sly set to kick.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
A.J. Boye with a pick, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, They're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A first down throw for Winston. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play.
Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Bradley Chubb, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. Back to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for Minnesota. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
At the 11-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On play action, Winston. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
16 yards.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41.
1st down, Washington.
Back to throw here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
Room to run inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. Brings up
2nd and 1. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end to Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They go play action. Winston. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Here's Winston. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
They drive some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Winston to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They're going to look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's got a first down to the 40-yard line, but the clock runs.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Winston. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
2nd and 7.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it.